Got that shit in there.
From the 757 to the 713, where you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swinging bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat.
It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the beat.
Da, 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 da. It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the
Da, 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 da.
Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is Tuesday, April 1st. And no, this is not an April Fool's joke or anything like that. We are happening, baby. Woo! All right, cool. Let's get it popping. Let's do this. Let's do it all. Let's do it in any way, shape, or form. We're about to do this shit. Do this thing. Oh, doggone it. We didn't even make it 30 seconds. It is what it is. Whatever. Sorry you guys if you've missed the show for a little bit. My bad. I've been on Twitch and stuff, playing video games and things like that because I'm getting ready for Verdesk to drop back on Warzone. So I'm just letting everyone know. When Thursday come around, aka April 3rd, Andrew Cruz will be playing a lot, and I mean all weekend worth of Warzone, especially on Twitch. So if you guys get a chance, definitely go back, and we're going to turn back on the camera, baby. Oh yeah. I'm so excited. Okay, sorry, my bad. Sorry, my fault. Won't happen again. But so this episode we are talking about solo leveling. Completely, we're just talking about it. Actually, it might not be the first thing we talk about. I kind of want to make that the last thing I talk about. I ain't gonna lie to you. Might have to switch it up a little bit. So first I'm going to talk about this movie I just watched last night called Elevation, and then we're also going to talk about Adolescence, the review of that, the pretty much the British hit show that's been talked about on Netflix for the past week. And then we're going to talk about solo leveling because that's the bombshell. Let's be fucking real. Yes, we're 2 minutes in. Don't care anymore. I've given up on trying not to curse and trying to help this algorithm figure this thing out. Figure it out, Mr. Algorithm, because this is getting ridiculous. But first, where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs is where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Fuddruckers at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. Okay, so what you just heard was me put my elbow into this little wire thingamajiggy for the light here, and it messed my elbow up. It hurt like hell. Oh, let me see something real quick. You see. No, I think it's just I don't know what this is. It's like this little white streak that you'll probably see right here. I don't know what's going on there. It's really kind of pissing me off. I'm not going to lie to you. It's really irritating the hell out of me. First, I am going to try to sell you guys on Patreon. I'm going to sell you guys one time only on Patreon. I have been doing this thing called Stories from the Wood. It's like a little companion series of the pod. It's stories from a place, and I don't want to get too far deep into it because there's people that are very close to this that are probably going to listen to it and be like, maybe we shouldn't. But I would just like it to be completely understood. If you listen to Stories from the Wood and you feel like the story is about you, just remember you're a customer. I'm just letting it be known you are a customer, and that is your fault if you want to listen to this information. Also, if you also go pay for the Patreon, which is also $3 a month right now, go to the Patreon. You also get 50 extra episodes of just personal diatribes, and then also there's going to be some more episodes coming out very soon on Patreon. I promise that there's going to be a lot more things coming. So yeah, for sure, I am expressly telling you guys that if you want to hear some stories that you think may be fake, but are based loosely on true events, not even loosely, very tightly on true events, just tightly. We'll make it tight. You know what I mean? We're gonna make it a little tight. Definitely go check out Definitely go check out Patreon. I can't make those free until I am no longer employed at a certain place, because it's definitely stories wow through my travels in life. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about my travels in life. If you guys, I know a lot of you that I know have listened to this podcast. A lot of you came up to me and told me about it. I'm telling you right now, you probably know some of these stories. But if you don't, I would go check it out. Just putting it out there. $3 a month will get you that. And it's going to be a continuous mini series of the podcast for sure. And once again, I would like to make a disclaimer to anyone that listens and feels like the stories are about you. It just shows the reflection of yourself, first of all. Secondly, if there's any type of, retaliation, that's on you. And just understand that you are a paying customer. And you can take the information, do what you want with it. So that's all I'm going to say about Stories from the Wood, actually from Patreon, because Patreon also talk about sports and life stuff and things like that. So if you guys go check it out, please go. I mean, and been making major life decisions lately, and I've been talking about them on Patreon too. So just letting it be known. My personal, real personal diary is the Patreon. Right here is where all the nerd stuff happens, and all the reviews and movie stuff, and some of the jokes that I have here. This is where that realm of the podcast is. But if you want to get to know Andrew Cruz on a anatomic, I don't fucking know. I don't know science. What from Adam, okay? From Adam. If you want to know that guy, that's the Patreon. I'm just letting it be known. Unless some major event happens. But that's about it. So I'm just letting you guys know. That's the Patreon, guys. If you guys go check it out, I will be forever grateful, as you're helping me get to a goal that I didn't think I could get to. Because you guys are amazing. Every single last one of you. And I love you all. So, all right, we're going to continue on. We're going to talk about Adolescence. It's a 4-episode series, limited series on Netflix. Oh, by the way, before I even start any of this, I'm going to let you know right now, as a friendly reminder, these will be spoilers. Faux show. I'm letting you know right now. So just in case, if you want to go and watch Adolescence real quick, yes, this is it. This is the this is what? This is I completely forgot. What are we doing? Oh, this is completely spoilers. All right, I'm just doing spoilers right now. If you guys have a problem with me spoiling, this is me letting you know right now. Spoilers are coming soon, in the next 30 seconds, maybe 15. I don't know how to do seconds, and I don't know time. And I feel like I gave you guys enough time to figure out that Andrew Cruz will be spoiling things here in a very short bit. If you guys are ready, here we go. Here we go. You ready? All right, cool. Here we go. We are talking about Adolescence. It is a British limited series on Netflix right now. It's been a really hotly contested series. Apparently, one right wing person said that it was a destruction of white people, or something about white hate, or I don't know. I didn't see it that way. I think that the British don't give a shit about what's going on in America for them to even say some stupid shit like that. I'm just going to sit here and say it's a good show. Great acting. The acting is amazing for this completely. The kid that plays Jamie, that right there. If that's not an Emmy winning type of situation, you're tripping. The show, I thought the show was really good acting. The show's premise was a really good premise. The not the punchline. What's the word? The payoff. The payoff of all the stress that I went through throughout this whole fucking show, wasn't great. That's the thing that pissed me off more than anything else. My dude, Shane from Top Boy, he did some acting. Okay, he did a really good job. And of course Stephen Graham is also in this. And Stephen Graham, I don't know what happened between like a few years ago and now. My man's the man is first of all, he's always been a really good actor. He's always been a good secondary actor. But we're starting to see him do more and more, like be out more in the as a front man. Maybe he's a front man in like in British and like the in the UK and things like this. But like we've seen quite a few movies where he's not been the front man. He's always been like the kind of like the skinny nerdy guy. And now he's not the skinny nerdy guy anymore. Now he's the buff like shit talker type guy, like somebody that'll fuck you up type deal. And I'm just gonna say this. Oh, my bad. Let me give you guys a little bit of a premise too, by the way. So the show is based around a kid that gets arrested for murder. Apparently, he murdered one of his classmates. He's being accused of murdering one of his classmates, and it starts off with the cops going in, talking, and then going and kicking the door and pretty much trash the house just to get to the kid. Pretty much what they're saying is that he stabbed the girl like 15 or 7 times. That's what it was. Stabbed the girl 7 times. And you're seeing the breakdown between the cops. So you see the first episode is the cops arresting the kid and going through all the process and watching the actual video. I don't think it shows him killing. Now, this is the thing. I don't think it shows him killing the girl. I think it really shows like the girl shoved the fuck out of him though. And it shows him like hitting her, like getting on top and hitting her. But I don't think it ever shows him killing. I mean, actually getting, doing unaliving her. I guess that's the word I should be saying. Unaliving. I guess that's the word that the kids use nowadays. And it shows that. But I don't think it actually shows him doing it. I think it just shows really just violence by the child. And the father was like, yo, the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like he looked at him for a second, was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then the next episode is the cops going to the school. The whole episode is about the cops investigating now, actually doing their fucking jobs, I guess, because they clearly didn't do their jobs the first fucking time because they wanted to watch the video and really didn't have concrete evidence into this kid actually killing the girl because they didn't have the murder weapon. They have a video of him physically assaulting her for sure, but they don't have the video of him actually. So you have CCTV. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a history, not history lesson, a little bit of UK knowledge. Everywhere you go in the UK, apparently there is video cameras everywhere. You are being videotaped almost at all times when you're walking around, especially Britain, London, whatever. They have nothing but cameras. It's kind of like New York. New York right now has CCTV everywhere too. And so it's kind of hard to get away with a crime in the middle of a parking lot. And apparently this kid is shown assaulting the girl, but it doesn't show her being the actual murder happening, which is weird. So yeah. So the second episode is him trying to find the murder weapon. Now he said that the kid walked past the school during the video, and that's probably where he left the murder weapon. And they find out that he was being bullied by the girl on the internets. And and then the third episode, let's just talk about the third episode is the kid Jamie is having a conversation with a psychiatrist, like a prison psychiatrist. And you just see the fluctuation of him being this shy and this scared kid to him exploding you start to kind of, you don't know if you don't know if he's actually innocent or guilty throughout that whole entire episode. Like, you can see that he has explosive anger. He does have that tendency to have it. And then you also see, like, there's a softer side to him. Yo, man, I wanted to date her. I wanted to date the girl because, because she felt bad about herself. Apparently there was pictures being leaked about her, and some revenge stuff was going on. Some revenge adult stuff was going on with a very young girl. And he was talking. He was just, you guys gotta watch the third episode. That's all I want to say right now. I'm not going to give you everything, but the kid, you don't know. You just don't know. His personality shifts throughout this whole entire episode for sure. You think that he's the scared kid, but he's not. Like, but once again, that type of imprisonment changes you, and then the fourth episode is the father's, pretty much all of the father's day of his birthday, going through everything. Apparently somebody painted something on their car and painted something on his work van. He hasn't really been able to work. It's been over a year since his kid's been incarcerated, by the way. I guess they're getting close to a court date. And we get to a point where the kid pretty much says, I'm changing my plea to guilty. Pretty much he gave up the fight. Pretty much he's given up the fight, but he told his dad on his birthday, which I truthfully think is a little fucked up. You couldn't wait a day. You couldn't wait 24 hours. You couldn't tell your dad, hey, happy birthday, dad. And then the next day, hey, let me tell you something, dad. I'm quitting. You know what I mean? I'm done. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't want to fight this anymore. Like, I don't understand why you couldn't wait that just 24 hours. I don't understand. I thought it was a little fucked up. To me, we never got a payoff. I never got a payoff of a courtroom. We never got a payoff of the evidence being found or the investigation going. None of this shit. We didn't get any of that. We really just got the personal, like, all the sides of an investigation. You know what I'm saying? We got all the sides of it. And I'm sitting here watching. I'm just like, the acting is amazing. Everyone in the show did a very good job of acting. Like, let's just be honest. British actors are almost way better than American actors. Let's just be real. If you got a problem with what I just said, I said the only person that for me is like tip top in America that I can say is American is probably Denzel. I mean, let's just be real. Denzel is like the tip of the spear of acting here in America. I feel like there's like 20 of them in Britain. There's like a bunch of Denzels in the UK, but they are classically trained. Let's just be real for a second. There's a different training there, especially Shakespearean and things like they get to, like, they pretty much do it since they were born. That type shit. Like, it's kind of crazy. But I would definitely say I would check out the show if I'm you. Go check out the show. But I am going to caveat by saying don't hope for a payoff. That's I'd rather you see the acting though and how great these actors are really. I didn't know the dude that Shane can play this role. I've only seen him as a drug dealer. You know what I mean? And the only reason why I'm saying his name is Duchesne, I think his name is Ashley Walters. I think I might be wrong, but he's a really good actor also. So if you also get a chance, he's in Top Boy, and Stephen Graham is in A Thousand Blows. Great show, by the way. Very good show. It's crazy because British television does this a lot. They only have like 4 to 5 episodes per season on some of these things, like Luther, for example. I think Luther was like 6 episodes one season, 4 episodes another, and I think they may have went to like 7 or 8 in their final season, something like that, and then did the movie, which was fucking horrible. But I think that's about it. Like, it wasn't, I want to say it's not more than 25 episodes to Luther, but Luther is a really good fucking show. You guys get a chance, definitely go watch that too. I think I've definitely talked about Luther here. Great fucking show. Just putting it out there. But you kind of like, I've been watching British stuff for a very long time. A lot of British television has definitely gone through this brain up here, and so I start to get used to some of the words that they're saying, and then they started using some new shit, and I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I have no time for this. So I have no time to learn new lingo. Okay, I'm from the North Philly in me is like I can only learn North Philadelphia shit and also maybe a little bit of New York shit, but that's about it. So all right, but that's Adolescence. If you guys get a chance, definitely go check it out. It is on Netflix right now. You only got 4 episodes. The first episode I want to say is about an hour and 15 minutes, and then the rest are about 50 to maybe an hour. But that is the most stressful hour and 15 minutes that you go through in your fucking life. I promise you. It's almost pit level, and nothing's pit level. I'm sorry. There's like a hierarchy for me for stressful fucking TV shows, and that one in the pit. I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle the Pulse. The Pulse is the one that pretty much, I guess, the pit level show that's supposed to be on Netflix, because of course Netflix has to have a show that's pretty much the pit. If you guys, oh, by the way, if you haven't watched the pit, that shit, I'm going to talk about that once the season ends, because I'm stressed out. I can never be a trauma care doctor, for fucking sure. All right, continuing on. I watched this movie on Max called Elevation. Why did this movie not get any love? For a sec. Okay, so let me give a premise for a second. So apparently these monsters, these monsters look exactly like the monsters from The Quiet Place, except that they're kind of like, they have like a little bit more of a shield, kind of like a metal shield type deal. They come down into the world, and the problem is that they can't pass 8,000 feet. Once they get up to 8,000 feet, it's like they stop. They know where the line is between 8,000 feet. And this is set 3 years after it. And the thing is that you have Anthony Mackie and my gosh, I forgot her fucking name. I know it's is it Monica? Deadpool's girlfriend. The one that plays and she also plays she's also in Gotham too. Damn it, I forgot her name. I'll watch this, gonna come back to me very. Is it Melissa? I know her last name starts with B. Okay, is what it is. Okay, my bad. It's kind of like a survival movie. Pretty much The Quiet Place, except that you can't. If you go past that 8,000 below mark right there, you're gonna get killed very, very gruesomely by these monsters. We got to see one of those kills. It was fucking crazy. It's a really, really only one person gets killed in this, right? If I remember correctly. So it's really a survival movie. Anthony Mackie's son has, I guess, asthma, and he has to go and try to get asthma pumps, or just pumps so the kid can survive. You know what I mean? He pretty much ran out of pumps. He's like, look, I gotta go back in town and go to the hospital and go find some. And the actress, I can't remember her fucking name right now. It's gonna bother the hell out of me. Oh, sorry. I'm continuing on. The actress though, she is a doctor. Hold on. Elevation. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, I'm getting sick. She is a doctor she's like a really big science, like a really sorry, I'm doing like 10 things at the same time. Potential threat? What the hell are you talking about? Just search. I don't understand. Morena Baccarin. I definitely fucked her name up. I'm sorry. Yeah, Marina Baccarin. Oh my goodness. She is a doctor that is like kind of like a scientist type gal that's trying to create a weapon that kills these things. And this pretty much them trying to survive this trek. And also they go with this other girl named Katie. Yeah, I just can't remember her name right now. I mean, hold on. I do have the actress name. Maddie Hansen. Maddie Hansen. Hopefully that's right. Hopefully all those names are right, except for Anthony Mackie. I know who Anthony Mackie is as Captain America. I think that this movie didn't get any love because Anthony Mackie, at the same time this movie was coming out, I'm sure was on the press tour for Captain America Brave New World, and he probably did not have time to do any of that. And also, Miss Baccarin also has had like Deadpool and Wolverine come out at the same time. Like these are two Marvel people. It's kind of crazy. They had two Marvel people doing this movie, but it's a good movie. I really think it was very good. I just started watching The Gorge. Again, I'm going to get into that very soon too. But I wanted to talk about this for a few seconds. I thought it was really good. I think it's a good premise. Like they can't go below 8,000 feet and they have to go down 8,000 feet just to go save a kid's life practically. And and there's a little bit of a payoff to this. So, and you get a little bit scared. There's a lot of little hairy situations. Of course, like I said, it's like The Quiet Place, but except that these fuckers sense when you pass that 8,000 foot mark for sure. So, and you also find out kind of what these monsters are, but you don't know why. You don't know the why, but you know what they are. So, sorry. So whenever you guys get a chance, it's on Max right now. It's only it's only like an hour and a half movie, and it doesn't feel like an hour and a half because so much shit happens in a very short amount of time. Even when it starts, like it started like The Quiet Place almost started like The Quiet Place, like the first one. If you guys know what I'm talking about, so. If you guys definitely go get a chance, definitely go check out Elevation. You're going to enjoy yourself. I promise. If you like them little survival horror type shows, type movies, this is it. All right. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. All right. So that was Elevation. Sorry, I had to take a little bit of a pause real quick, man. I don't know why. I feel fucking nauseous today. Goodness gracious. I hate that shit. I do not like that, not one bit. Okay. So lastly, we are going to talk about Solo Leveling. If I told you guys the premise last week or 2 weeks ago, what the premise of Solo Leveling is, I'm going to talk about the second season. This is one of the best seasons of anime I've watched in a very long while. Oh, fuck. Yo, when Jinwoo says exchange, and I had to wait a fucking week. Man, you guys will understand when I say you have to go watch this damn show. Yo, first of all, the fight between him and the king of the ants, Biru, I'm going to say Biru, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, when he has to fight him, and he's like, I'm sorry, the hardest line that came out was, my man said, you killed our queen. He said, it's not enough killing all of you. Like, killing 1,000 of you will not amount to what y'all did to her. He said, I have to kill your king. I have to kill the king of humans. And my man's was like, and it's none of you. And after he went and fucked all of them up by himself without taking any type of damage. Okay? And then he went and killed the top hero from Japan. By the way, just in case you guys don't know, it is a manhwa. I'm probably fucking the name up. Solo Leveling is it's a Filipino. No, it's a Korean. Kind of like a Korean anime, kind of Korean comic book. If you guys, comic books in America. But this is a Japanese anime, but Japanese also was like we couldn't let Jinwoo beat the fuck out of Goto, so but we could allow this fucking ant to cut his head off. And the problem is that the ant wasn't just killing people, it was cutting their heads off like it was nothing. And he was like he said, I can't, killing all of you will never amount to what you did to my queen. Like, I have to kill the king. And I was like, that shit is hard. What? Yo. Some of you ladies out there want a man that sits there and says that he'll do anything in the world for you. You want a motherfucking B-Roo. That's what you want. You want a B-Roo, okay? That motherfucker right there is a savage. That's savagery. That is a savage motherfucker. Also, Jinwoo, I would like to say this in the nicest way possible. Every other S-class fighter should feel real shitty about themselves. Like, you see them and, like, one of them can turn into a magic beast, and you got all these other people in, like, armor and all the rest of this shit. They looking all, got another guy that does flames, but he has a cape, a very fire-ass cape at that. But it is a cape. And, you got another guy that's, like I said, wearing all this armor and shit. With two of them, one of them's girl. She's wearing all this armor and shit, but she gets the shit smacked out of her by fucking... That motherfucker could have cut her in half, and he just said, fuck you, and did that. And then once he found out there was a healer, and he just said, all right, well, I'm just going to kill the healer, so all of you are fucked. Yeah. Killed him, and then pretty much proceeded to beat the ever-living shit out of everyone else around. And then you have all these S-rank fighters dressed to the fucking gills, ready to fight, look like they're war ready. And then you see the shadows come up when they're about to get killed by all these fucking ants. They're about to get worked by all these ants. And then all of a sudden you see the shadow monarchs come up and start to stop the ants advancing. This is the episode before the fight. And you see Jinwoo on top of the roof, and you forget for just that split second that he just got the ability to fucking exchange with one of his fucking shadows. And then he says exchange, and you remember, and just that feeling of remembering that he can exchange one of his shadow motherfuckers, and he can get to that island instantaneously from wherever the fuck he is in the world. Yes. Oh, no, my bad. That's disgusting. My bad. I just saw it. Anywhere in the world, he can just be like, exchange. But it takes a little bit of time. But exchange. And once you see that, and you're just like, oh shit, he can exchange with one of these motherfuckers. Yes! Yes! And then it's like, and then you see the feet coming out, and you're like, you motherfuckers. And you gotta wait a whole week. That whole week was worth the fucking wait. Look, I'm telling you guys right now, I hate doing cardio. And I told myself like a few Sundays, because I have to watch it on Sunday because of other circumstances of why I have to watch it on Sundays. When I'm sitting here watching it on the bike, I watched it on the bike, and I said on this one particular Sunday, this is the reason why I started watching this shit while I was doing cardio, by the way. Sorry. Goodness gracious. So, I was watching it, and I was like, yo, I'm just going to do 10 minutes on the bike. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch a piece of it and then watch another piece on Monday. All right, cool. I ended up being on that bike for 25 fucking minutes, okay? 25. I did not expect myself to be on the bike for 25 minutes, but the motherfucker felt like 10 when there's just straight fucking action. Straight action. When he fought the Demon King, that's when I was like, this is the show I'm watching while I'm sitting here dying on this bike. This is exactly what we're going to do. So I watched the whole B-Roo and Jinwoo fight while I was on the bike. And to try to contain my excitement around a lot of fucking human beings around me working out is very difficult. I'm not even going to lie to you. When I saw when he smacked the shit out of Hunter Cha, I was like, damn! And when he was cutting them up, he cut off one of their arms and shit like that, like it was nothing. And I was like, damn! Like I had to go like that type shit. And don't understand, yo, when you're watching this fucking show, it's going to grab your attention. And everybody's like, well, I mean, it's just a bad storyline. No, it's a cool ass fucking storyline. I have to fight this ant that can stand up and move faster than what the eye can see. No, he's a problem. He's a fucking problem. And then Jinwoo, my bad. And I was starting off by telling y'all something too, so I'm gonna go back to it. So you see everybody dressed up, ready to fight, right? And they're all fucked up. They just got beat up by this damn ant. All the rest of this shit. They're kind of their morale's kind of down, and also they starting to run out of energy. And then you see this guy exchange with one of his shadow warriors, and he's walking in some regular loafers, some dockers. Let's just say they're dockers. In America, you know, loafers, like type loafer situation, boat shoes, if that's what you want to say. He's walking in with that, some joggers, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of little joggers, maybe a little jean jogger action, and he's also walking in with a regular t-shirt. And looks like a fucking robe or a little, like one of the little jackets before you go to bed or something like that. Not even a cape or anything like that. He's walking in like this, like nothing's happening. He's just walking in, saunters in. After you just got your ass beat, you feel like, yeah, you were an S-class warrior, and you're all dressed up, and you just got beat up by this fucking ant, don't know why, and there's a bunch of his ant buddies about to come and finish us off, and this guy's just, I don't know, diddy bop, not even diddy bopping. He is sauntering into the fight arena in regular fucking clothes, in regular house clothes. And you're just sitting here like, yo, what the? First of all, where the fuck have you been? Secondly, you couldn't dress up for the occasion. You just had to make us look like shit, or you just look like shit, and then you go and fight this ant that can talk to you. Are you their king? Oh, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for their king. No, I'm just here to fuck you up, pretty much type situation. And he proceeds to take a punch from this ant. The ant takes a real nice little punch from this ant. He said, that wasn't really shit. You didn't take my head off. So you thought you were strong enough to take my head off like you did with these other fucking suckers. But I'm not one of them. I ain't the one to be fucked with. And then he proceeds to lay the fucking ass whooping of a century on this motherfucking ant. And when the ant figured out that he could not beat this dude, he tries to run, and he was like, no, bitch, you gonna get this work today. Jinwoo was like, nah, you're getting it. Actually, he fought the ant without using any of his shadow warriors. Any of them. He's supposed to be a mage. He's supposed to be a fucking mage. And what he's doing is that he's fighting this ant by himself. And they're all like, but I thought he was a mage. No, he's an assassin mage, where the fuck he wants to be today. So he decided to be an assassin today. And he was like, oh, you're trying to run. Bring that ass here, boy. Type shit situation. And he caught up to him and started slicing and dicing. Slice and dice the motherfucking shit out of this fucking ant. Beat the fucking brakes off of him. And if I'm the rest of the X-Class Warriors, I am pissed off. First of all, Japan lost 7 S-Class fighters, including their best guy. Lost 7 of them. Now, the Koreans didn't lose any of theirs, which is weird. A little weird, but you know what I mean? The ant decided to go outside, get a little, get his legs stretched out and everything like that, and decided to take some fucking heads with him. The first one where they took the girl head, and I was just like, it's the ant. And like, when the ant showed up, it's crazy. And yes, I know you guys like ants. What do you mean? Like, yes, the insect. Yes, the human formed ants are killing people. But this one can move faster than the eye can see, cut off their heads, cut off human heads with no problem at all. Doesn't have any problem. None whatsoever. Cuts off. And I mean, when I say S-Class too, by the way, y'all, so just in case you don't get the classification, S-Class is the highest form of fighters, okay? They're the highest ones, okay? This fucking ant killed 7 of them and fucked up the other 5. Fucked up 5 of them. I know. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was 5 or 6. He fucked them up. I don't give a shit. He fucked up 5 of them, killed the other. I think it's 6. It should have been 6 then. So the healer, because he killed the healer. Yeah, and then Jinwoo's power, just in case people don't understand, Jinwoo's power is that he can, after he kills an enemy, he can take their essence practically, make them into shadow warriors. And now this motherfucker has that fucking ant on his side. And the ant, he was like, "Is it going to be a problem? I killed you." He said, "No, you didn't kill me. You awakened me." He said, "I'm going to serve you because I enjoyed it." He said, "I'm happy. It makes me happy that you brought me back like this." And I was like, this motherfucker here, dog. Are we watching anime fucking peak right now? Or are we watching some anime fucking peak right now? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Y'all can tell me any fight that Luffy has been in. You ain't telling me that motherfucker chased somebody down and fucking decided to go kill the bitch. Like, shit was wild. These are supposed to be magic beasts, by the way. My fault. Right now, yeah, right now at this point, they are saying there's not going to be another season. There isn't going to be a season 3. I saw something saying 2028 because the creator is working on other animes right now, and I'm just going to say, me having to wait 3 years for season 3 really bothers the shit out of me. I would try to like this anime has so much momentum right now that 3 years is going to stall it out. That's just, if we're being honest, it's going to stall it out. That's what it did for me with Tokyo Revengers. That's what happened with it's probably what happened with Tokyo Ghoul. You never know what's going to happen in 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, people's just interest in it's going to die out. But I'm just going to say season 2 is one of the best seasons of fucking anime history. That shit was fucking amazing. I'm willing to go rewatch it again. Like, normally I try not to watch animes that I've already watched dubbed, and then I will have to watch it subbed and read and stuff like that. This one, I was like, I can't miss a week of this shit because you fuckers like to spoil shit, and I can't handle it being spoiled. Like, that fucking fight right there was like one of the best ones I've seen in anime history. Even though it was practically one-sided, like, what you call, really didn't have any like fear that he was going to die or anything like that. Like, he did get cut by Beru, but he was like, yeah, fuck you. I'm going to kill you now. Like, when he decided to kill him, that was it. Unalive him, wherever the fuck you want to say. I'm just saying that was one of the best fights I've seen in a while. And yeah, and let's just say Jinwoo's like MC wise, aka main character. He's one of the best main characters right now. One of the most nonchalant killers that I've watched on screen in forever. So, yeah, that's Solo Leveling. That's the last few episodes of Solo Leveling. The episode with him and his mom almost made me cry, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a very emotional episode because everything that he was doing from season 1 on was to save his mother, and he finally got to do it. He accomplished that mission, and most of the time in animes, that's where the anime ends. Like, that's literally, that was his job. He went to go. I'm sitting here trying to get the elixir of life to go save my mother, and he, you know, I mean, he accomplished the mission. He got her out of the eternal sleep, or the eternal sleep and stuff like that. And it's just like that's normally the end of the anime. But right now it's we see that there's some real powerful motherfuckers out there, including his father. So I cannot wait for the next season, if I'm being honest. So with that, I would like to say that is the episode for today. Tomorrow we will have a Patreon episode because I'm taking tomorrow's my off day from the gym, so I can actually do some podcasting. So with that, I would like to say thank you guys so much for listening to the Cruising Podcast. I would like to say I love all you guys so much. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcasts needs, so you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finest. And with that, I like to say I love all you guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.
From the 757 to the 713, well, you know we stay whipping through the streets. Some will call it swinging bang, some will call it slow ride. I just call it cruising to the beat.
It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the beat.
It's the Cruising Podcast.
Cruising to the
Da 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 da.